The kitchen was thick with the scent of warm, fresh bread, but Bella saw only the ceramic pot. It sat in the center of the wooden table, heavy and rounded, filled with golden, viscous honey. Her paws gripped the sides of the vessel, knuckles white against the clay. She did not look at the windows or the sunlight spilling across the floor. She watched the way the light caught the surface of the honey, thick and slow. When her mother stepped into the room and set a basket down, Bella leaned forward, her breath hitching. "All for me?" she asked, her voice tight with anticipation. Her mother paused, her gaze steady. "For the family, Bella." The words hung in the air, but they did not reach Bella. She ignored the warning in her mother's tone. She plunged a large spoon into the pot, pulling up a heavy, dripping glob of gold. She brought the spoon to her mouth, eyes widening. She pulled the pot closer, creating a wall with her own body. A sharp, rhythmic rapping at the door shattered the silence. Bella jumped, her grip tightening on the ceramic rim. Before she could hide it, the door swung wide. Rosie and Ben stepped inside, their faces bright and expectant. "We are here to play," they shouted in unison, their voices echoing against the kitchen walls. Bella did not move to greet them. She watched their eyes dart toward the open pot on the table. The shift was instantaneous. She lunged forward, dragging the heavy vessel across the wood with a harsh, scraping sound. She hunched her shoulders, pressing her back against the table to shield the honey from their view. "This is mine," she muttered, her voice low and firm. She did not look at them. She kept her eyes fixed on the golden surface of the pot, her body rigid. The cousins stood still for a heartbeat. The smiles vanished. They turned and walked toward the door, heading out into the yard. The kitchen returned to its previous state. The silence felt heavy. Bella dipped her spoon into the pot again. The honey was just as bright and golden as before, but as she lifted it to her mouth, the sweetness felt thick, almost cloying. She chewed slowly, but the flavor did not satisfy her. She set the spoon down with a soft metallic clink against the ceramic. The kitchen felt larger now, the air cooler, and the silence pressed against her ears. She turned her head toward the window. Outside, the sunlight spilled across the grass. Rosie and Ben were near the oak tree, chasing butterflies. They darted back and forth, their movements fluid and quick. Their laughter drifted through the open door, clear and light, cutting through the stillness of the room. Bella watched them for a long time. She looked down at the pot. The honey remained, untouched and perfect, but it no longer held her focus. She shifted in her seat, the wooden chair scraping against the floor. She looked back at the window. The cousins were rolling in the grass now, their voices rising in excitement. The gap between her and the tree felt vast. She gripped the edge of the table until her knuckles turned pale, her gaze flicking between the golden horde and the figures in the distance. Bella stood up, the chair legs scraping sharply against the floor. She gripped the heavy ceramic pot with both paws, the weight anchoring her. She walked through the doorway, stepping out of the shadows and into the warmth of the afternoon sun. The grass felt soft under her feet as she moved toward the oak tree. Her heart hammered against her ribs, a frantic, rhythmic beat. She stopped a few paces from the cousins. Rosie and Ben looked up, their expressions shifting from surprise to curiosity. Bella held the pot out, her arms trembling slightly under the load. "I think maybe we can share," she said. The silence held for a second. Then Rosie's face lit up. Ben clapped his paws together, a sharp, happy sound. Bella's mother emerged from the house, carrying a woven basket piled high with fresh, warm bread slices. She set the basket down on the grass between them. The three of them sat in a tight circle. Bella dipped a slice of bread into the golden honey, the liquid coating the crust. They ate in rhythm, the sweet scent of the honey mixing with the smell of the warm bread. Their paws became sticky and their bellies filled. They spent the rest of the afternoon trading stories. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, thin shadows across the forest floor. Bella licked the final trace of honey from her thumb, the sugary residue lingering on her tongue. Around her, the forest grew quiet. Back inside, the room was dim. She climbed into her bed, the blankets pulled up to her chin. Her mother sat on the edge of the mattress, smoothing the fur on her forehead. Bella whispered, Sharing made everything better. Her mother leaned down and pressed a kiss to her brow. "That is the secret of kindness," she replied. Bella closed her eyes. The taste of the honey had been rich, but the memory of the afternoon, the laughter, the stories, and the warmth of sitting together felt far more significant. She drifted off, knowing that while the honey was sweet, the time spent with family was the sweetest treasure of all.